Okay guys, so
limited access ahead. Please turn left to 100 meters onto the 19.
okay, so guys, just trying to work out what's going on here, because that's the main road I came in. I'm just wondering if this is the museum. There's a place behind with a big green gate. It says military area, do not enter. So I don't know if that's it or not.
Please make a U-turn now.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up this road a little bit and just see where this goes. So this really is like in the bush. So I think this just goes back to this little village down here. But yeah, I know there was some driving required on a little back road, and I'm pretty sure that back road is the alright, but anyway, we're in the middle of a little real back road, Czech village now.
Now turn right.
Okay, so I'm going to head back to that. I'm going to head back to that site where the green gate was.
Please turn right in 150 meters onto the 19. Now turn right onto the 19.
It's weird because I haven't seen any signs saying Atom Museum or Defence Museum or something, because normally you do.
Please turn right in 500 meters. Attention, limited access ahead. Now turn right.
Alright guys, I think I found, I think I found the Atom Museum. I was at the, had to turn off up the road. Thought I'd come a little bit further this way and just have a look. So the main gate is open. So maybe the guy did come and open it up. So yeah, so I can see why this would be inaccessible when it's snowing, because it's yeah, you'd need your snow chains and everything for sure. So yeah guys, so this is where the Soviets used to store nuclear weapons. The Soviet Union had one of 3 or 4 sites outside mainland Russia that stored the weapons. Wow, there's a big cage there. Looks like a freaking bear trap or something. So as long as it doesn't start snowing while I'm down here, I should be okay. But yeah, this is right in the middle of the forest, and like middle of nowhere, so and it's generally not open at the moment. So the guy, I messaged him, emailed, yeah, and he said to me, look, you know, it's not open, but I'll come down and open it up for you. Maybe there's some logging going on here as well. Looks like there's a bit of a logging operation. Because I think the actual because the bunker was, I think they made like another way into the bunker. I just get that feeling because the main entrance back there was like a gate that said defense site, no entry. So yeah, there's definitely a car here. So maybe he did come and maybe he did come and open up. Wow. So this looks pretty cool. So bunkers and stuff here. I might just park here, I think.
How can I help? Please speak.
Do you mind being on camera, or are you camera shy? I saw you on YouTube because I looked up. I saw that little.
You are intelligent man.
I thought I'll check and have a look. And wow, this is nice. So guys, this is at the Atom Museum, the reception area. So the owners turned it into a really beautiful, homely, cozy looking place. So this is an old munitions storage bunker, but look, it's really cozy now. Highly recommend coming and having a look, and I'm really grateful because he opened the place up. He didn't have to, but yeah. So you want to say hello quickly?
Hello, quickly.
Okay, so I'll get into the history behind this place later, but yeah, it's one of only a few sites that were actually authorized outside the old Soviet Union to store nuclear munitions. So not just the rockets or the boosters, but the actual warheads, so that they could easily move them from a site around to other sites. So, but yeah, this is just the start, guys. So
Excellent. That you will know it. In a former Eastern Bloc, in an Eastern country, which was deliberated by the Soviet army, was the 12 location like this.
yeah,
Every location have a double depot.
yeah,
This is the 10B over there, and over there is 10A, just exactly the same.
okay,
It means in a former Eastern Bloc outside of the Soviet Union was the 12 location, it means 24 depots like this for the storing of the nuclear munition, generally. Not only for warheads, or not only for the bomb, for the mix, for the aircraft.
yeah,
That's important. 3 was in Poland, 2 in former East Germany, 3 in Czechoslovakia, 1 in Hungary, and 3 in Bulgaria. Not in Romania, because the Ceausescu
never joined the Soviet Union. No.
Yeah. And now, why is this location, and especially this depot, absolutely worldwide unique? Because it's the only one in the world which is open for a public.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Especially, as I said before, when was the intelligence people retired from the Great Britain, they said yes, we don't have any information that another piece of the world will be open the former depot. It cost me lots of energy.
I can imagine.
To survive.
Wow.
And lots of money, my private money. No, any state support is here.
Wow.
0. Okay. That's the general information in former Czechoslovakia. One was in a former Soviet military base in Milovice. The other one was not so far from Teplice, from East Germany. And last one was here in Myšov, Borovno, which is mostly close to the west, roughly by the airline about 70 kilometers from here. And you are in West Germany, in former West Germany. Okay, now how it looks. All the depots in former Eastern Bloc was the same, except in Germany. We have a man from the Germany. I said he was the delegation from Germany. I said every depots in former Eastern Bloc are the same. He said no, Mr. Litovec, we have for 18 centimeters longer.
18 centimeters.
Now we are staying here. Inside is the so-called montage hall for keeping the warheads in full operation.
Yeah.
Here are the storage. We are saying the rooms for storage of the warheads like this, and over there is the technological side of the depot for the operation, keeping the humidity and the temperature and so on. Maximum how many warheads could be here is around 80 in one depot.
Wow.
It means together maximum is 2 times more.
Yeah.
Theoretically, practically, probably never was in a full. Yeah.
But even a quarter of that.
Sure.
Wow.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. That is terrible. What is very important to say that this depot and all the nuclear operation in former Czechoslovakia was never under the control of the Czechoslovak army. It was 100% on the control of the former Soviet army. Even you know that in Czechoslovakia in year 68, last century, came the Soviet troops or Warsaw Pact to occupy Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
And these troops, which was located here next 20 or 30 years, had nothing to do with this. It was especially directly connected to so-called GUMO 12, Glavное upravlenie Ministerstva obrany Sovětského Svazu, which are probably now in Russian Federation, still in operation, and they are looking for all military and the civil nuclear energy. In year 65, these two gentlemen signed the contract for building up in Czechoslovakia this depot. In year 68, everything what we find here is here.
Wow. So it's all original, yeah?
Yeah, everything is original. This is just symbolically the doomsday clock, you know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we are 2 minutes.
2 minutes to doomsday.
Yeah. Probably the biggest problem was the Cuba crisis.
Yeah.
In '62, and in year 83.
Yeah.
Was the Able Archer.
Able Archer, yeah.
The NATO.
Yeah.
NATO. Yeah. Probably the biggest problem.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Simple.
So is that the original lock and key, or you designed?
This is the original.
Wow.
This is not the original.
Yeah.
And the gates are 6.5 tons weight.
Wow.
They are opened by the gravitation, in case of the war.
Yeah.
So everything has to be very, very simple.
So 6.5 tons. Oh man, that is solid.
What is your first name?
Dylan.
Dylan. Touch it. Is the 60 years for the keeping of the press, like
Wow.
from a
It's like it's new almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's Russian quality. They was aiming for the military, you know.
Yeah.
Highest quality, everything.
I respect Russian equipment 100% because if you don't respect it, it kills you, you know. You know what I mean? As a soldier, you have to, and so many people, Russia, old, horrible, breaks down. I thought, no, it doesn't. It's robust.
Yeah.
It's reliable, you know.
This is exactly what we discovered here. And you know, it's the 60 years, and you are open for 40, 45 degrees. In case of the war, you know, you just...
Wow.
Yeah, simple.
6 tons.
6.5 tons.
6.5 tons. The push of a hand. And it comes back and stops at 45 degrees?
Yeah. Stop it.
Okay, cool, wow.
Okay. And now here, they take the warheads here
Yeah,
on the movement and close it, and the other special group who know how to operate it, open this door and go in. Robert Kelly from Los Alamos and from the Livermore laboratory.
Wow.
He came here, and he knows personally Edward Teller.
Wow.
Teller, he did the hydrogen bomb from the US. Yeah.
So he would have worked on the original program there. Wow.
Yeah, and he said you have to do everything, you know, for the keeping, for the warning of the future generation.
Wow.
And I said, okay, but I'm doing from my pocket,
Wow.
no from the state.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, okay, here's the Francis Gary Powers, you know.
Wow.
Here is, we have not the promise, we have a contract with the Gorbachev.
Uh-huh.
And he unfortunately he finished in a hospital. But he sent his right hand, Andrei Grachev, right hand for 10 years of the Mr. Gorbachev.
Uh-huh.
He was here.
Wow.
Yeah, and people from around the world. Yeah, around the world, included Australia, Philippines,
Amazing.
Saudi Arabia. We have a delegation in the Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
The Hollywood for 2 weeks working here, and all the military attaché which are located in Prague in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
You see. Yeah. Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, United States for sure, New Zealand, or anywhere. Our Ministry for the Foreign Affairs. Everybody was here, Germany, everywhere.
Wow.
Uruguay, and even our Cardinal Dominic Duca.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Wow.
And now, why they probably survive, and I had a chance to get it, because when the Czechoslovakia was splitting, they put here, because it was like a treasure, 1,000 ton of the money. And we have the photo from here, was the full of the money.
Yeah. Wow. So it became like a treasury storage for a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's the one reason, and the other reason is very unique, because they was here 4,000 Wehrmacht kill soldiers in a, how to say in English?
In coffins?
Yeah. Coffins.
Okay.
It was stored here.
Wow.
It was the law of the war law was that where the people was killed, the soldiers was killed, they have to be in
buried in that spot.
Buried, yeah.
Yeah.
And even the communists, they store this 4,000 body, not so far from here. And after the Iron Curtain was broken, they put it here, you know, for several years. And when we clean it up, it's a little bit morbid, but it's a part of the story of this place. We find here from the Wehrmacht's soldiers, you know, and we put here. And Germans, when they take their body, they keep here, and we are keeping the German flag.
Okay.
And the other interesting, I would say, symbolical story is, after the opening, they came the one man from the Spetsnaz from the Russia. He was the captain of the Spetsnaz, but he never served here. But when I opened the door, and he said, it's an amazing stupidity of the last century, you know, billions and billions, you know, was done for nothing, you know, it is not usable. And he said, I give you to the foundation something. And he bring this, you know, and this is the flame of the hopes for a better future. What is interesting, that here, this flame of the hopes is here 8 years. And now, I would say, everything here, because of the humidity here, it takes some, I don't know how to say it in English. Yeah.
It ionizes,
Yeah.
I even if my knee was really sore, which it still is, I'll still come down. I made the effort to come here, so deliberately, yeah.
Okay, this is the montage hall, and here is the full 4 rooms for the storing of the warheads like this.
Yeah.
What is the Dylan? Absolutely unique. Here are 2 exponents. First of all is this. This is the model of the Nagasaki plutonium implosion bomb. 1-to-1. What is important is 1-to-1.
1-to-1. Wow.
Because you can find in the internet lots of models. But 1-to-1 is, I would say, unique because it works. Unfortunately, it works. In case that you will have the materials. That is the one unique things, and the other one is over there. We will go there after. Is the American nuclear mine M42 firing device, as you can see, except the how to say it in English, bombing part. You know.
The detonator?
The detonator is here, everything, and this is the bomb.
The charge, the explosive,
There you are putting, you know, for this over here and go up.
Wow.
There's very few information that, and nobody knows that in a former West Germany was several hundreds the American nuclear bombs. In case that the Warsaw Pact will move with the overheads of the classical army, will blow up, you know, you'll create a crater, and the Panzer cannot go to the bloody imperialists. It's an amazing story.
Amazing.
Okay, maybe that we can start here just briefly. 4 rooms. Every room is for some story. Over there is the Cold War. Is the Soviets nuclear program, American nuclear program, and the peaceful useness, which is my formal education. I was working for Škoda company in a nuclear program.
I was going to actually ask what your background was. To have an interest in this, you'd have to have some kind of interest in that background.
That's a reason. It was only for the peaceful useness. But if you know how it works, you know very well how it works. Almost everything. What is here the unique? This from Chernobyl, original from the Chernobyl. My Professor Kot, Dr. Věd, highly genius man. He was studied in Soviet Union. His professor was Lev Nikolaevich Landau. The Landau was after Albert Einstein, the biggest great man who understand how the mass is working. And he bring this from the Chernobyl. Is the original. This is the pellet for the enriched uranium for the as a fuel to the nuclear power plants.
From the fuel rods.
Here is one money. We find it here when they take the 1,000 tons from here. And this is the unique. when there was here the delegation, our friends from the France,
Okay.
they bring it, you know, exactly. this,
From Alamogordo, the White Sands, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
this
okay.
area.
Wow. Nice. That's a nice gift.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
For this is the plutonium inside for the Nagasaki. Yeah. This is the exactly the 1-to-1 is in Los Alamos.
Yeah.
Second one is here, and third one show this gentleman.
Okay.
This is the exactly what you are saying here.
And
It's the old one. This is the very old,
Yeah.
but it works.
Yeah.
If you have it 1-to-1, yeah.
And he
Show
has-
it, yeah. He did it, I think, 6 tests,
Yeah.
included the hydrogen bomb.
Yeah.
That means he knows how it works.
Wow.
Unfortunately, biggest secrecy is the neutron source.
Yeah.
Gold, polonium, gold, beryllium. Yeah, nothing happened. There's the plutonium, weighted 6.2 kilograms.
Yeah.
Is the plutonium. Inside was the neutron source. Around was the uranium 238.
38, yeah.
Which is not be able to do the chain reaction, but is able as a reflector to put the neutrons inside of the
Yeah,
plutonium.
yeah.
Around was the aluminium, and the second biggest secrecy was this. Our American friends, they open now several photos, and this is the original, which was around this, with the classical dynamite or classical blow up the materials.
Yeah, yeah.
32 cells,
Yeah.
fast and slow blow up.
Yeah.
And after 1 million, how to say it, 1 million, 1 million,
Yeah.
very short time, has every 32 blow up. They squeeze the aluminium and squeeze everything for 2 millimeters,
Yeah.
and the gold was,
Yeah.
and they have immediately 10 million neutrons,
Wow.
which put and start the fission process of the plutonium, and they blow up.
Yeah. Wow.
After very short, 60,000 people was killed, you know, the radioactivity and so on. That is the very old and very inefficient, the old one, the bomb. The efficiency was only 1.68%. It means almost no then more than
Wow.
2%.
Yeah, and yet it still did what it did. So that's, yeah.
Yeah, and this you will keep for all your life. You will remember for all your life, because what changed the mass to the energy? Yeah, there's a simple E is mc squared. There's a simple way. But what destroyed the old Nagasaki and the change the mass to the energy was only weight, which weighed our this 10.4 grams.
Wow.
This only change.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's the story. Our hands to push it.
Wow. Crazy.
Imagine capability to destroy the world.
I was going to go there, but I didn't get time after Chernobyl, yeah. But
Next to go there.
I will. Next time I go back to Ukraine, I'll...
Yeah. It's the only one in the world.
Yeah.
Second one is in Arizona. The rocket Titan.
Yeah.
It's not such a destroyable like this, but this is the only one. And they have 10 thermohydrogen bombs.
10, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thanks this, they
Yeah.
was able 3 times destroy the Czechoslovakia. Only one.
One.
Only one.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
This is the only syrup for intercontinental rockets. Is the 6 meter down there is the beton. Everything was destroyed, by the contract between the Russians and between the Americans after the Iron Curtain was broken. They decided that the Ukraine will be without the nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
Thanks God.
Yeah.
Thanks God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they destroyed. I have a movie how they put inside the dynamite and blow up. Billions costed to build it up.
Gone in a minute.
And what is interesting, from everybody who is interested about the future of the war, they have 125 tons the cover of this. They was able after 8 seconds open it to start up the rockets and to close it. And they was able 3 times to put the Satans in. Americans, they haven't such a technology in case that they will use the Titan, everything down there was finished. Yeah. That is the one information, and other information is this system. This is the so-called dead hand system. In case of the war, and the center of the running by the human intelligence of the war is destroyed. They use the half intelligence system
to trigger the launch.
Exactly. Yeah. Would survive, they will blow up automatically. From the space, from the aircrafts and so on.
Yeah.
It means Soviets at the time, and now the Russians, they have it, this system that in a Ural. This is the center of the organization for 10 Satans. 45 meters tubus under the earth, 2 meters of the water, 2 meters of the paraffin, which was against the neutrons, was up there. Everything is on the telescope in case of the war. And they will be able to run in from the 11th floor of the war. We go there, to the 11th floor, and this is, it looks like this. The 11th floor. He's the chief, deputy chief, and the technicians. In case of the war, they get the
alert or
code from the Moscow. They have their own code here. They 3 times check that everything is rightly done. And after that, they have the phone and they call to the Kremlin in that they is really want to start up. And after that, they have to put here the special key. The chief and the deputy, they have the same, and the start up differences to put here and to push was half seconds, 4 bolts. And after that, they afraid very much. Very afraid. Here is this base had 10 Satans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and in Ukraine was 8 base like this, 90. Here is, I was deeply involved in a triathlon sport. I was 7 years in an international triathlon union in a high position. And when we get the triathlon to the Sydney Olympic Games in Australia, first time, I go through the Pearl Harbor, through Hawaii, back to home. And this is the gentleman who open our now the submarine. Submarine. He is the captain of the Ohio submarine.
Ohio class,
Yeah. He did it for the foundation. He did the interview. This was very interesting. I asked this beautiful gentleman, what do you think about the Kursk? Because 3 months before, the Russian had the biggest avarice of the Kursk. And he said, very interesting. It was the strategically and from human point, very interesting. He said, Václav, listen, Russians are not our enemy now. And Russians are not the Soviet Union. And we are the soldiers like they was a soldiers, and for them it was the terrible, and we feel the pain with all these people who was in. Yeah, it was very interesting. It was year 2000, 20 years now, and you know, Cold War.
Those words spoken by him, they're the words that I'm actually trying to promote today to people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Russia today is not the Soviet Union of the past. You know, it's even Putin has said communism has no place in Russia today. He says, I don't support it. I've never supported it.
Exactly.
He said, I just don't understand why they keep pushing this Cold War mentality again. It's like,
Exactly.
work with Russia. They're part of Europe. You know, they're Slavics from this site. Yeah.
Yeah. We find it here. This is for keeping the warheads in operation. Even the name of the former soldier Godinov.
Wow.
Yeah. If they was doing the active operation, they have masks.
Yeah.
And they have the number. Yeah.
Okay.
To know
What their role is, or
Yeah.
what their job is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
And every warheads have their trezor and the documentation.
Okay. Interesting. Wow.
They was at and montage. This is not belongs to here,
Okay.
but in originally, yeah. And when we been in Semipalatinsk. In Semipalatinsk is the hospital, and in hospital is showing what can happen from the genetics point of view after the radiation, and they have it in a alcohol, you know, the general. Yeah, it's a terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody who is interesting and is in some position in power has to come here and to see what could happen. Everybody, and every have his own key inside under the stamps.
Oh,
It means
okay.
in case of the war,
Yeah.
all eight people has to come,
Yeah.
and everybody something open. Because it was not be able if 2 or 3 will make an agreement, and they will make a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's their fail-safe. Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
And all this depot has to be able to press or under press, and this will serve as a measurement. Yeah. There is the ventilator over there. You can see. This is for. You have to keep some. Yeah.
Technical storage.
Technical storage. And you have the phone probably directly to the high-ranking man who was running the base, and probably in case of the war directly to Moscow. Yeah, from here. Yeah, this is the copy.